All right, hello. This is the Outlaw account. Hello. It's time for the normal rarity units, the common guys versus chapter 2. Okay? Here we go. I'll remember to put it on speed up. Remember, if common units can do it, so can everyone else, right? Okay. Very good. So just making sure I match, the right counter rolls there. Had Pikeman go against the Breaker because like he's not gonna take increased damage, or so they're just the same class. The Axeman really put in some good work with the AoE. Hook shot being awesome. And then done. Okay. All right. 2-2. Speed up. Right. Destroy that flag. This is where the first time I used infection, right? So I wasn't in range. He can't hit me, but I can throw a bottle of infection, right? And I want to see what it does. What does 3 stacks of this thing even do, right? Because it's got to be great if it's 3 stacks. He took 68 damage. 68 damage, like, is probably maybe 15% of his health. So that makes me think infection does 5% HP damage. And throwing the bottle does a flat 10%. Alrighty. 2-3. As I've been getting more gear, it's been a lot quicker doing these fights, even though the chapters have increased, because they're not as prone to dying. They would like it was kind of scary at the beginning. And a big reason why I end up I do it this way, or I do the journey. I could use my main account, level up these outlaws, equip them with all the stuff I have on my main account. But it's like, it would feel like I'm twinking out my units, right? Like giving these units like all this gear that was earned from legendary characters, right? Accessing stages that were earned from legendary characters. It doesn't feel earned. I just want to see how far this can go. And my gut tells me the more I'm like looking at item combinations of gear, the tactical skills that are like available right? The more hope I have that when I get these guys to level 60 with level 60 gear, that they'll do okay, right? I think they'll be able to do level 60 content just fine. Now, will they be able to do level 65 content or level 70 content? That I don't know. I think with very specific legendary gear and copies of gear, sure. But I haven't reached that point on my main account, let alone doing it with these guys. At some points, I just allow auto battle to finish, and it does silly stuff like throw an infection bottle instead of just doing an auto attack. He really likes throwing that bottle. Was that 2-4? Is that 2-5? There we go. Yep, use the axe spin, AoE clear that. He does some good work. This is a really good unit for for the rarity. I think I have like 2 rare weapons and like no rare gear. And like on this team. So able to clear everyone out pretty well. But the hard part is actually advancing on a ballista over there and a tempest with a flare. So strategy was lure in tempest. One of the NPCs died. Right? AoE. I had a healing spring was my only rare gear, which is really good rare item. Hook shot. And I'm like, you know what? I didn't like ballista, how much damage he did in one shot. And then I used Thunder Strike to weaken so I can coup de grace. And then finish off. Okay. Now 2-6 I think is a story. So that's why it's not shown. So now we're at Spear of the Enemy 2-7. Okay. So this is where we start getting tactic skills. A lot more use. I think I used March Command in the last one as well. It's one of my favorite tactical skills to use because you can just give your team a lot of movement And then they can reposition after and get out of threat range. The fact you can use it on your first turn is pretty nice. It allows you to get to some objectives quicker than you might not otherwise have gotten. Done. What you want? All right, so that's 2-7. No, 2-8. 2-8 is achievable by any person because you don't use the NPC. You don't use any characters from your own team. So we're just gonna watch it, and I think I just put on auto battle. In all honesty, I think you can just put on auto battle, and it just wins for you. Because the only thing to do is kick the barrels and then like take care of the many flares. So I think this is auto battle at this point. Look at, man, these flares are just getting their butts kicked, right? That knight is a rare rarity, beating up an epic rarity. That's cool. With barrels, of course. So that's what it is. All right, 2-9, and that will finish Spear of the Enemy. I didn't have enough damage to take him out in one go. That AoE, so nice. I put on auto battle, and that was not. Well, either that or I was just one tile out of range, and I was like, maybe this might kill him, and it didn't. It says 10% HP, right? So is it 10% max HP or current HP? Because I feel like that should have killed him. He had like so little health. He just barely survived. Okay. So, Ludwig's Gaze. Oh, I guess I didn't finish Spear of the Enemy. We're at the bonus stage. So bonus stage. I really appreciate for anyone watching this. Really appreciate your patience. So get the flag. Archer there to end assassin to take care of the wolves. I thunderstrike another flag up top. The flags give damage reduction and increased attack for the enemy. So it's important to thunderstrike the flag at the top because there's no way you're reaching it to destroy it. Hook shot. Block. Even though that wolf is a breaker, block still came out clutch at reducing a lot of the damage. That's why a lot of breakers have AoE, in my opinion, because I don't think he can block AoE attacks. Because the game, I don't know if the game knows if it's coming from you from the side or from the back. It's just AoE damage, right? So it doesn't try to block it because it's not. This is my understanding. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more. 9 more battles, guys. Chapter 2 got a little long. Not gonna lie. Okay. 210. Imagine when we get to chapter 3. Okay. Alright, load up the barrel. Use his march command. Very good skill again. Barely lives. But he's not going to be living for much longer. Take care of the flag. Now, this is a nice trick. Even the AI does it. Use someone else to teleport behind and then hit a different target. Alright, he dies. AoE time. Okay, breaker puts him in injured. And he gets the other breaker gets a nice crit. Very nice crit. It's been a while since one of my own characters died. Sometimes I'm like not okay with a character dying and try to wanna finish these fights without having anyone die, but sometimes it's like it doesn't affect the outcome of a 3-star, so I just let it happen. Like, he got lucky though with that crit. That spearman had like what, a 5% chance to crit? Okay. Let's see. Was that 211? So we're at 213. Alright, I blew up a flag somewhere, I'm sure, or a barrel. I like how in replays it doesn't show you where. It's just like a big explosion off in the distance. Yep, destroy the other flag. That was more important than doing damage because of the... It's too good of a buff. I'm so looking forward to chapter 3 because the end of chapter 2 dropped a rare crossbow and a rare spear. And my spearman didn't even have... He had like a level 10... Sorry, an epic spear. He had a level 10 rare spear. And then I used the same one bow and swap it around my archer. So, if you ever see 2 ranged characters on my team in a video up to this point, one of them doesn't even have a bow like equipped. All right, 214. Okay. I thought I thought you can push the box, but I guess not. Not where it's at the very least. Now these hanged men, the enforcers, they put a hanged mark passively just by being with 5 tiles in range. But the ones that give me the most grief are these seekers. Because they have counter strike, but also when they attack, they give themselves 1 application of single target dodge. And most of my team does single target attacks, and if I don't have the Axeman, then they just get a freebie dodge. Thankfully, what's nice is notice that my first assassin did actually hit. It's because he hit twice. So the first hit whiffed, the second hit. I put on auto battle at this point, and the game was like, use that skill. So, it was a little overkill. Just a tad. Okay, so that was 214. We have the bonus stages. And then the stages that come after those bonus stages, like 3 more, and then done. Thank you for being so patient. It is a journey. I'm pretty sure that the most interesting, part of this journey is going to be the middle and toward the end of it. Because I do have to do a lot of... I can't just auto battle, right? Because I'm getting gear and leveling it up and putting it on common units that don't have crazy skills, right? So it's really making me think about the battles a bit more than I did when I did it on my main account. So there almost really isn't a way to lose here. I put it on auto battle for this fight. This character nullifies alert in 3 tiles around him. It's so nice. So if there's a time where he actually comes as a playable character, we already know what his trait is. They're probably saving him for a time where PvP or something, like the alert skills get a little too out of hand, and so they put him in there. Okay. The other bonus stage. This one I think was a little tough. Again, all the archers here are going to be doing the alert skill. In the beginning I didn't realize that's what was going to happen, so I just was like, well, I'm going to be hit by a lot of arrows. So first things first, get rid of all the flags. You can't do damage even with one flag around. Then there's 2 archers per side. One side has a defender, the other side has a breaker. Now the damage the archers do, are probably not that bad. But I'm not gonna find out. I hookshotted him, and interestingly enough, hookshot does not disable alert because it doesn't do damage. It's not an interrupt. So I'm just systematically trying to get rid of all these units. So there's less alert skills being procced. Almost done. I put on auto battle and then it decided auto battle likes using the alert skill. That wasn't me. that was the auto battle AI. Okay, so that's cleared. We have 3 more battles left for chapter 2. All right. One of them, as you see, doesn't even, it's just like, just more of like a puzzle. So here we go. Same map, different situation. We have these enforcers paired with seekers. Yeah, getting the seekers to like injured or dying really helps because they do a lot of damage, and when they gain dodge, they're really hard to like take down. Alert really paying off here. Sometimes I don't use that skill though. This is an instance where I do use it to what it should be. Hit my first target. I'm able to hit up to 2 with that specific alert skill. I'm anticipating that enforcer coming up, and he doesn't. So not enough damage. He heals. He walks on scorched ground. Okay, 2 enemies left. 1 enemy left, actually. I put on auto battle again. I haven't learned my lesson. He just did a movement swaps draw skill instead of kill him. Good job, AI. It wanted to prolong the fight. It wanted to dance and do a party. It's like, no, kill him. Stop dancing. All right. For sake of completeness, we're showing this. Okay. This is not a very difficult puzzle to figure out. but it was good for story reasons, right? I like that they did that, right? She's trying to sneak back in, create a distraction with the barrel. Huh. Oof, it's on speed 2. Sometimes I wish there was a speed 3 option. Or 2.5. He hits me. I don't engage in fighting though because it just will take more time. The goal is just to get to the exit and then it ends. And then done. Alright, so the moment all been waiting for, the end of chapter 2. I have to say that this was one where I did have to like think about what I was doing a lot. And the gear I had was just enough. At this point in time, I think of the 5 people fighting, there's a rare sword on him at level 20. A level 20 rare dagger on the assassin. The bow user has a level 10. Sorry, epic. Epic dagger. Epic sword. A few of them have epic gear. I try to spread it around so they either have an epic weapon with a rare armor or trinket, as they're called, or a rare trinket, or an epic trinket rare weapon. Goodness, I keep wanting to say rare because usually in games it's like common and rare. Or I don't know. I just epic is not part of the typical like structure. It's usually like common, uncommon, rare, and then like legendary or something like that from other games. So I put block enhancement up and I had him pointed toward the front. She casts that skill. It summons a hanged man. But she's a seeker class. So I'm just drawing her and all the other seekers with my one common rarity defender. He's got the hanged mark as well, which increases damage and decreases damage dealt by a person with the mark. Countered. Bam. Done. You can lose 2 units on this fight and still get a 3-star. So close. And so close there. Archer to finish off. The 5v2. I Thunderstrike. He has an ability where if the opponent strikes back, he auto dodges it. Oh man, I thought that was gonna kill. He dies, but does it end the battle? And we get a 3-star. Okay. And that's it. That's it. That's done. Right? Now, if I had just even a little bit better gear, right? Or increase the level of the silver rare gear, right? From level 10 to level 15 or 20. That would have been That would have been the difference between a character living, not living. But yeah, so that's it. That is chapter 2 with the common rarity units. Okay, that was that took some time. I appreciate anybody looking at this and watching it, right? Or skipping through and just checking, see like wait, did you do this fight? What about that fight? Um, it's all gonna be here, the journey. All right, thank you. Bye bye.